Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. My name is Mr. G with the weather forecast, and this is your weather forecast today. And I hope you guys are having a great day on this Friday, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend ahead as we talk about the weather that's in store for the country. Let's jump into our first map where we have winter is not over yet across much of the eastern half of the nation, especially in the Great Lakes and in the upper Midwest and across parts of the northern plains as well. Winter is not over. We picked up a quick several inches of snow, about 4 to 5 inches of snow across Minnesota, Wisconsin, as well as in North and South Dakota. We're seeing this storm system right now that's currently bringing some snow across Minnesota. That's going to begin to start to wind down as we head into the afternoon hours, and we'll have a nice quiet evening, and you'll get much of the day on Saturday. But Saturday night and into Sunday, into Minnesota and Wisconsin and the Dakotas, again, a much bigger storm is going to be coming in, and we are going to be seeing significant amounts of snow. This is going to be by far the biggest event that we've had since through the winter. We have not had any snowstorms this winter. We've only had about 14 inches of snow prior to last night's and this morning's event. We picked up about 4 inches today, and we're going to be picking up anywhere between 12 to 18 inches as we head into Sunday and Monday with that much more significant storm. But here is our Alberta Clipper as it's zipping along out there, headed towards the Ohio Valley, and it's going to be bringing snow and rain to parts of the Ohio Valley and into the Northeast for the remainder of today and into Saturday. So we're going to be dealing with that weather, that eventuality with that weather, winter weather headed out toward the east. Now here we are as we take a look at our spring storm. Here as we are now into spring, we are a couple of days into our spring season. We have severe weather that we're going to be seeing down here across the south. Sunday through Tuesday, the southern plains and through parts of the middle and the lower Mississippi River Valley. So Arkansas through the Ozarks, Louisiana, and Mississippi, we're going to be seeing some severe weather from Sunday and into Tuesday. And we're going to be looking at a whole bunch of snow across the upper Midwest and the North Country. So Minnesota, Wisconsin, North and South Dakota, even down into Nebraska as well. We're going to be seeing a lot of snow. We're going to be picking up anywhere from 12 to 18 inches of snow from this weekend snowstorm that's going to be coming through the Twin Cities. So this is definitely going to be our biggest snowfall event that we've had all season. And here is where we're left looking at now. We're still seeing some scattered snow showers out there as this storm system pulls away from Minnesota and zips across Wisconsin and Illinois and Indiana and over into Michigan. But we're looking at about less than an inch of snow to go before it winds completely down. And then here is what we picked up in general from this storm. 3 to 5 inches was going to be the markers for this storm system. So across Minnesota, we saw 3 to 5 inches, and we're going to be looking at about 5 to 8 inches in some locations across southeastern Wisconsin, and we're going to see some areas picking up again 3 to 5 inches. So a pretty robust Alberta Clipper swinging through right now, dropping some snow, but we're going to have a Colorado low coming up this weekend that's going to be bringing a whole bunch of snow, which is typically the storms that do bring us significant amounts of snow. So a pretty good Colorado low is going to be rising up from Colorado and across the plains, and that's going to lift into Minnesota and eventually into Canada as that lifts from the southwest toward the northeast, from the southwestern plains into the northeastern Great Lakes. So that's going to be bringing a lot of snow and even some rain and some thunder into parts of the plain states as well. Here is our Alberta Clipper as it whips across Wisconsin and Michigan and into parts of the Northeast and Ontario, Canada. It's going to be bringing some winter weather in the spring for some of you folks as well. And here we are with our winter weather alerts across the Midwest as we head through Tuesday. We're going to have a winter storm watch here. We have that already posted across Minnesota, through Montana, North and South Dakota, and we will have a winter weather advisory down through Wisconsin and through Iowa, southeastern Minnesota, and Michigan, because this storm system is going to be lifting up into Canada, so most of the snow is going to fall back over the plains in Minnesota. Wisconsin is going to see less snow and more rainfall because it's going to be warmer in those regions. Here is another storm system, our southern system, that's going to be bringing up a weekend storm into the east, and it's going to be nor'easter-like conditions with this storm system. A lot of rain along the coastal sections, but a lot of snow over the interior elevations in the mountains of the Northeast and in New England. We'll see interior snow and rain along the coast in I-95. But we're going to be seeing that heavy rain from Boston all the way down through the mid-Atlantic, through Richmond, Virginia, and D.C. and Baltimore. We're going to see about 2 to 3 inches of rain in general across those regions, and that's going to be Friday through Monday, and then we're going to see the potential for flooding along the coast as well. So we're going to see some coastal flooding because of a lot of wind as well. We're going to have a northeasterly wind blowing off of the ocean, as well as that rainfall. It's going to lead to some instances of flooding from Boston down through parts of Delaware and Maryland. So we're going to be seeing that weather with that nor'easter type system. And then we're going to be looking at that snow along the interior portions of the Northeast. So here is that Saturday forecast, as we're going to see snow from our current Alberta Clipper that's going to be heading inward along the St. Lawrence River Valley, heading northeast, and that's going to be bringing us snow from Maine all the way down into parts of upstate New York and maybe northern Pennsylvania. But if you're southern Pennsylvania, eastward towards New Jersey and the mid-Atlantic states, you're going to be seeing rain along the big cities in I-95, a lot of heavy rain. And then here is your snowfall forecast for the Northeast from Friday through Sunday, and we're going to be seeing some areas in northern Maine picking up about 18 to 24 inches. So a lot of you, some of you are going to be seeing 12 to 18. We're going to be seeing folks picking up 8 to 12 inches near Rutland and through parts of upstate New York, southern Vermont, southern Maine. We're going to be seeing that and then snowfall amounts will quickly drop for south of those regions. So here's winter weather alerts for the Northeast for through Sunday. We have a winter storm warning for northern Vermont, northern upstate New York, northern Maine, northern New Hampshire, winter storm warning, but then we have a winter storm watch for southern Maine and through parts of, we have a winter weather advisory for southern upstate New York, southern Massachusetts, and northern Connecticut, and then back over to southwestern New York, we have a winter weather advisory. So on the west coast, so that new storm that's coming in from the west is going to come into the Pacific Northwest and then drop down into Colorado, then emerge out of Colorado into the Southern Plains and live quickly northeast into the Northern Plains, Minnesota, Wisconsin. We're going to see that rain and a lot of snow, a nice deformation band is going to set up. So we're going to see a lot of snow across the Rockies. So Montana, Idaho, Wyoming, and Colorado will see a lot of snow, and then parts of Utah as well. And we're going to see rain in the Sierra Nevada. So more heavy snow in the Sierra Nevada and central and into northern California, and more snow across the Great Basin of Nevada and into Wyoming and Idaho as well. And here is where that storm is going to be on Sunday morning. We'll see that low pressure center here emerging out of Colorado, heading over Kansas, Nebraska, and that's going to head northeast across towards Minnesota. So that's going to be bringing that heavy snow across the Twin Cities and into Fargo, Pierre, Bismarck, and into Montana as well. We're going to see that heavy snow. Some areas are going to pick up as much as 2 feet of snow across parts of the Midwest. And then here's that low pressure center as it heads out across the plains on Monday. Get ready to make that turn toward the northeast. We're going to see some thunderstorms through parts of the Iowa, down south into Missouri, Illinois. We're going to see rain and maybe even some thunderstorms. Now, thunderstorms could inhibit the snow as well. So if there's a lot of convection further to the south, the convection could hog all of the moisture and could cut off the moisture transport to the north into the core of the storm. That will limit the snow if that becomes an issue, and a dry slot could become an issue as well, depending on where the dry slot sets up and how it interacts into the storm, could also limit the amount of snow. But right now we're looking at where we can see heavy snow over central Minnesota, west central Minnesota, and the eastern Dakotas near the Red River in the border of Minnesota. So in that region, Fergus Falls, Bemidji, towards St. Cloud, maybe Brainerd, you're going to see that very heavy snow. That's where the heaviest snow is going to fall. And then down in the south, we're going to see a bunch of rain. A lot of rain down in Florida. We're going to see severe thunderstorms as well. Some heavy rain. We're going to be picking up 3 inches of rain down in South Florida. But parts of the southeast, the Carolinas, Georgia, we could be picking up 1 to 2 inches of rain. So a lot of rain this weekend. Again, severe weather down across Florida. Severe thunderstorms. We have a slight risk of severe storms down across southern Florida, and then we have a much more substantial risk for severe thunderstorms at the very southern tip of Florida near the Florida Keys is where we can see a pretty significant threat for severe thunderstorms this weekend. And again, here is that storm as it's making its way Sunday night into the plains, and then there's the heavy rain across the state of Florida and the southeast. Severe weather is going to set up on Sunday across the plains as that low pressure center comes out of the Rockies into the central plains. So we're going to see severe thunderstorms from Nebraska, from Kansas, all the way down to the Texas and Mexican border. So you're going to see the potential for severe weather with damaging winds and large hail, maybe some isolated tornadoes, and maybe heavy rain. We're going to have a dry line set up down here across Texas. Severe weather also is going to pop up here across the deep south, the Mississippi River Valley. So as we head into Monday, we're going to see an area of severe weather down across the deep south, Louisiana, East Texas, Arkansas, and Mississippi, and parts of Tennessee. We're going to see some severe weather fire in that region on Monday, and then a lot of heavy rain down across the south from Sunday through Wednesday, where we could pick up some areas across the mid-south, 2 to 3 inches of rain. So very heavy rain across the south as we head into next week. So that's your weather forecast. I'm your meteorologist, Mr. G. Thank you for watching me today. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and that snow across the north isn't too much of an inconvenience, because you haven't really seen anything yet, because it's going to really pile on this weekend. So until then, have a great day and a great weekend. Bye-bye.